your experiences are different as a principal. So at Cope Center North, there are so many unique experiences. One being, I'm able to share my knowledge about being a parent with the students. I'm able to cultivate them and motivate them to not only nurture their children, but just show them what it's like to be a parent. And in most traditional schools, they don't get that opportunity. The most rewarding of being a principal, I would say, is just seeing how when students come in to the school, where they are, whether it's academically, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, whatever the case may be, just seeing where they are then and then watching them blossom, watching them go across the stage and graduate, and then seeing them afterwards, seeing their children afterwards is the most rewarding to me. And it's so critical and it's so crucial because when I first started my journey as an educator, I did not say anything. I would just stay in my classroom. I would just teach my classes. And it was just like my own little world. Like I did not go outside of my classroom. And so the activities director was like, you are so talented. Why are you just sitting in your classroom when, you can be out here, doing so many other things? She was like, no one knows that you're so talented. So that's when I started my journey, to be a leader, an educational leader, instructional leader. So I think that was the biggest piece of advice. And since then, I've just blossomed.
As a principal, I like to lead by example. And we get to go over and make sure that our kids have more than just academic success, but they have family success. And that means so much to me in my capacity. I think every principal has a vision. And we want to make sure that not only the community, the students and the staff understands where we want our school to go because we are a school family. So making sure that the culture is right, making sure that we lead by example and we're role models in everything we do can sometimes be challenging because we want them to understand that we're in the trenches with them. And a big reward, again, I believe in leadership. And I believe making sure that I'm surrounded by leaders in my building. My staff understands that I celebrate the great times with them, and I'm also with them with the rough times. And as a principal, we often highlight all the time the great things that's going on in our schools, and that's wonderful. But we also have to show when we have to lead with our heart, when family members are affected, when our community is affected. How do we get in the trenches? And my staff, my students, my community knows that I have their back 100%. One piece of advice I receive as a principal is to always be reflective and be open to feedback. That's extremely important. Being a reflective leader means that sometimes you may get things wrong, and that's okay. But if you're able to reevaluate, stand firm on it, and be accountable, the next time, I promise, we'll get it right. Being a leader means that you're not perfect. That's extremely important. And I want my students, I want my staff to know that because of them, I'm able to reflect, I'm able to get their feedback as their leader so I can be the best principal for them. That's important to me.
One of the greatest experiences that I've had and continues to be, it's just really motivating students and building their future lives. It's definitely impactful just to watch them want to learn, want to be inspired by someone, want to grow, and being able to lead others, teachers, my faculty and staff, and my students into that path is really the experience for me that's ongoing. One of the most rewarding aspects of this career of being a principal, again, is just changing and impacting the lives of students, being able to really influence them in what they want to be and how they want to be when they are older within their future careers and their future lives. Coming together with one joint vision of student success and achievement and wanting the best for students. When we were younger, we remember those memories the most, and those memories is what drives us today. So for me, having those endless opportunities that maybe I did not have as a child, now being able to provide that for students now is definitely what I enjoy the most. Having different qualities when being a principal in this seat is very important, because you are trying to continue motivating the lives of not only children but adults, and continue to inspire them and build something incredible within a school and within a community and broaden that spectrum. So really encouraging them, being patient, being able to listen, I believe is very important. When you listen to someone and you hear their voice and their opinions, you're able to create a vision and a plan where everyone can participate based on their strengths. Being in this career as a principal, I have had the wonderful opportunity of being able to collaborate with so many other administrators, community members, students, colleagues that have had so much experience. And just like a teacher, we grow and we learn from each other. So it's a joint effort. And I believe that working with, again, so many partners within, again, our community and our staff, our fellow colleagues, they have definitely shown me what it takes to be where I am today.
The most rewarding aspect of being a principal is to know that I've made a positive impact in someone's life. That's not only just students, but teachers and adults as well. And so when I can leverage the resources and the authority that I have as a leader, as a principal, to improve the quality of people's life, that does me great joy. I believe that we're all here for a reason and for a purpose. And I believe that's my God-given purpose on this earth and in this life, is to use my God-given resources, abilities, and talents to improve people's quality of life. Some of the greatest qualities that I believe I possess, number one, I'm caring. Not only caring, but compassionate. And those two, I call them twins, they go a long way, caring and being compassionate. We live in a world where life is very, very hard, it's tough on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of times we don't have the space to express our feelings, our experiences, and a lot of people are hurting, they really are. So being able to really have an ear to hear what people are saying, right? And to have compassion on what others are going through is huge, because a lot of times we can get caught up in our day-to-day, right? And our responsibilities are great as a leader, but sometimes you have to roll up your sleeves and take off the gloves and really get your hands dirty and get into the lives of students and teachers and staff members and real life issues and concerns that students and teachers have. But in order for them to be successful in the classroom, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We have to meet the individual needs of that person before we can actually get them to produce for us. Regardless of how hard things may seem, and we do have dark days. As leaders, as principals, there are some moments where you do feel like giving up and throwing in the towel. But it simply means that if you keep moving forward, eventually good things will happen to you.